What is the normal trial period? 3 years, 1 year, 2 years. You are the new owner of a licensed vehicle. What do you have to do? Present the licensing authority with proof of the existence of liability insurance for the vehicle. Generally arrange for a vehicle roadworthiness test to be performed at the time of the change of ownership. Notify the licensing authority of the change in ownership. What is the significance of orange warning plates on a vehicle? It is transporting easily perishable food, dangerous goods, cattle. What is required when your vehicle is no longer covered by motor liability insurance? The vehicle may no longer be used in road traffic, must be deregistered at the registration center, must be submitted to the registration center. You want to use a motor vehicle on public roads. What must you observe? The motor vehicle must be roadworthy. I must be the vehicle owner. The motor vehicle must be covered by liability insurance. What can be the effect of an overload of only 20%? The brakes may be overstrained. There may be too much strain on the load, bearing parts of the vehicle. Steering may become worse. What is important with regard to the official registration plates? They must be securely attached at the appropriate places. They must always be easily legible. The rear registration plates must be lit up in darkness. They must be securely attached at the appropriate places. An assessment is required following modifications to your vehicle. When must this be performed? When demanded by the registration authority. Promptly following the modification. At the time of the next inspection. An inspection has been performed because of a technical modification made to your vehicle. What are you obliged to do? I have to carry the inspection report or confirmation in my vehicle, and have the registration in certificate part 1 corrected if necessary. Forward the inspection report or confirmation to the vehicle manufacturer. Stick the inspection report or confirmation into the designated place in the registration certificate part 2. What documents do you have to carry with you if you want to drive a compulsory registrable vehicle? My driving license. The registration certificate part 1 motor vehicle registration. The registration certificate part 2 motor vehicle title. What is the maximum distance a load may project backwards beyond the rear reflectors without a projection marker being necessary? How must a load projecting more than 1 meter beyond the rear reflectors of the vehicle be marked in darkness? By a red light and red rear reflector. By an orange warning plate. By switching the fog tail lamp on. What must you take into consideration when checking tire pressure, tire temperature, load/number of passengers in the car? Material of the wheels steel/aluminum. What must you do when you are traveling and you notice that your vehicle is no longer roadworthy? Proceed to the next authorized dealer. Continue only when the damage has been repaired. Take the vehicle out of the traffic as quickly as possible. Take the vehicle out of the traffic as quickly as possible. What are you allowed to change on the official registration plate? Attach a protective foil for the lettering. Nothing. Attach colored stickers. From what height it is permitted for loads to project up to 50 centimeters in front of your vehicle? As the vehicle owner, what change must you report to the relevant licensing authority? A change to my third-party insurance, my name, my home address. What is the permissible minimum tread depth of the main tread of all your vehicle's tires? In bends with poor road conditions, what increases the risk of skidding? Having a wrongly loaded cargo, having a damaged chassis, having the wrong tire inflation pressure. What do you have to make sure of regarding the load on your vehicle? My vehicle may not exceed the gross axle weight rating. My vehicle may exceed the gross vehicle weight rating by a maximum of 5%. I have to use suitable equipment to prevent the load from shifting. A learner driver has committed several violations during the probationary period. The authority has ordered that the driver attends a supplementary driving course. The learner driver fails to comply with this order. What can they expect to happen? The withdrawal of their driving license. Up to what height is a load not allowed to project over the front of the vehicle? How far may a labeled load protrude beyond the rear of your vehicle if your journey is more than 100 km? A technical modification to your vehicle means that the operating license is extinguished. What consequences should you anticipate if you nevertheless use the vehicle on public roads? The loss of my insurance cover. A public authority fine. An entry into the Central Register of Road Traffic Offenders. An entry into the Central Register of Road Traffic Offenders. What must you be aware of if you want to transport a load? The load may never project over the front of the vehicle, may not interfere with me, may not slide even when I brake, may never project over the front of the vehicle. What must you be aware of when route planning abroad? When abroad, there may be different applicable speed limits, labeling requirements for driving in environment zones, applicable conditions for inner city road use, a city toll for example, applicable speed limits. Who is responsible for the roadworthiness of a licensed vehicle? The owner, the driver, the motor liability insurance company. You are planning a long journey with your motor vehicle. Before commencing the journey, what should you check on the vehicle to avoid endangering yourself and others? The tires. That the windscreen wipers are working properly. The headlamp setting. You are currently in the probationary period and to date have not come to the attention of the authorities. What consequences may result if you fail to observe the traffic sign stop, give way, and thereby endanger other road users? An order to attend an advanced seminar for new drivers. An order to resit a theoretical driving license test. Entry into the Central Register of Road Traffic Offenders.